today we are looking at a 40% board, and if you watch my content, you know I love my 40% keyboards, and if you knew that already, then you also know how obsessed I am with the HIBI June. So the chopper is essentially like June but 40%. So this is June and this is chopper. So June is a 60% and chopper is a 40%. So the silicone case and the tray mounting style are the same as June. The only difference aside from the layout is that chopper also comes in a solderable PCB, which I got because I'm a bit particular with my 40% layout. So most of the time, if there is a choice, I would choose a soldered PCB, and the reason is purely for aesthetic reason. For example, I don't particularly like the split space bars on a 40%, and I personally prefer the look of a longer space bar. I also personally like the 1.25U enter key because it looks cuter than a full enter key. But those are personal preferences, so if the hot swap PCB doesn't offer these particular layouts that I prefer, I always opt for the solder PCB. I hate commitments, so I always mil-max my PCB. And in the chopper's case, that is what I did. The only minor struggle for me is that the layouts wasn't labeled on the PCB, so I don't know which holes to solder in for the particular layout that I want. For example, I had to put in the switches and keycaps to test on before I solder in my mil-max sockets to make sure that I'm soldering the correct holes that I want. And besides that, I have no other problem with the PCB. The mil-max sockets that I use fits quite snug into the holes, and the solder flows quite nicely on the PCB. The chopper sounds amazing and is similar to June, which is not a surprise since they're essentially the same board. I hope to see more color options for chopper since gray isn't really my favorite color on the keyboard, to be honest. And I hope to see a pink chopper or even the office beige colorway. I think they would look really cute. And from what I see is that there are still choppers in stock at HIBI's website, so be sure to check it out if you're interested in getting a cute 40%. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comments below as usual.